You just use Claude Code and Vibe coding to build an amazing app, but now it's time to deploy it. If you put it on Vercel, it's going to get expensive fast. If you're going to self-host it, it's gonna stick in deployment hell. So today we are fixing that. We are putting your Claude app on the $5 vultr server using coolify. But listen, this is not going to be another dumb 20-minute tutorial where I insult your intelligence by reading the documentation out loud. Instead, we are going to do the whiteboard thing. I'm going to give you the exact mental model, how coolify, Docker, and vultr actually work together. Once you understand the concept, I'll hand you the official documentation as your deployment checklist. So this is our overall look for this entire mental map of deployment. This is Claude Code and your local machine where you'll edit files and make your project. You already know that. Once you process the git push, it will go to your GitHub repository. The webhook will be triggered to the coolify dashboard. It's all happening into the vultr VPS. If you don't know what is vultr, it's same as cloud providing service. DigitalOcean, it's also pretty good. I saw their pricing also pretty much bearable. You can go and try their out, and they also have different kind of model AI GPU hosting. You can check that out too. You'll understand the CI/CD stuff, which is pretty easy. You are here, you just push the GitHub new feature. Once GitHub gets the code, the webhook will be triggered like, hey, this is new code, and coolify, which is now hosted on vultr, automatically clones the repository and build a new Docker image. Now, once that Docker image is built, it will be deployed and swapped with the new container, and your live app will have the new feature. Now, let's understand the main concept today. So why we need coolify? Why not just throw our Claude Code project into the server and hope for the best? Now let's look under the hood and what coolify is actually doing for us on that $5 vultr server. It completely replaces that Vercel magic that you used to pay premium for. Now when a user types in domain, they don't just magically hit your app. This is the point that act like a bouncer, like an exclusive club. It handles the security, SSL certificates, and direct traffic. If the request is legit, the bouncer opens the row. Now this traffic reverse proxy routes that user directly to your Claude generated app, which is running safely inside an isolated Docker container. And here is the best part. If your app needs to talk to a database like PostgreSQL, it does not over completely private internal network. Nobody from the outside internet can see your database. It's completely locked down. So where does coolify fit into all of this? Coolify is the club owner of sitting in the back office. It's the invisible layer running on the entire show. Now, you don't have to manually write routing rules for the bouncer. You don't have to manually network your database. Coolify auto-configures these traffic, deploys your new code to the second you hit push the code, and manages your database backup while you sleep. Once you understand this mental model, the rest is just clicking buttons, and I'm not going to bore you by reading the tutorial out loud. The official vultr documentation is linked in the description where you can go and exactly step-by-step checklist to build this exact diagram. Let's look at a couple of the settings you need to watch out. And this is the official documentation. You can just copy the code line by line. It's pretty interestingly written documentation. I personally read it and it's good. Now, before you go and blindly deploy this, let's have some real talk. Is the stack perfect? No. Here's what you should not use. Vercel, you're paying for the peace of mind. With this stack, you have to act like the system admin. Another thing is this is $5 stack is perfect for MVP, side project, testing your ideas. But if your app goes actually viral, the tiny server will hit a wall and you'll need to manually upgrade your VPS. Now, if you're running a deal business, do not host your production database on the same $5 box as your app. Use the managed database like Supabase, Neon. The one I love it, this convex thing. It's also pretty interesting. They have a generous tier. You can try that out too.